Welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to talk about something very deep and emotional. One day, every person becomes older. And when many people look back at their life, they realize something painful. They did not regret every failure. They regretted the chances they never took, the dreams they ignored, the people they did not spend time with, the feelings they never expressed, the life they were too afraid to live. Many people spend their whole life saying, "I'll do it later. I still have time. One day I'll start." But life moves very fast. Days become years before people even realize it. And one day, many people wake up full of regret. In this video, we will talk about the biggest regrets people have in old age and the powerful life lessons we can learn from them before it becomes too late. This video can truly change the way you think about your life, your future, your family, your dreams, and your time. So listen carefully until the end, because maybe these lessons can help you avoid a lifetime of regret. Regret 1. Not starting a business. One of the biggest regrets many older people have is this: they never started. Not because they had no dreams, not because they had no ideas, not because they had no ability, but because fear controlled them for too long. Many people secretly dream about building something of their own. Maybe a small business, a shop, a restaurant, a clothing brand, a YouTube channel, an online store, a coaching business, or a creative project. Deep inside, they want freedom. They want to create something meaningful. They want to build a life where they are not always depending on someone else. But most people never even try. Why? Because the mind constantly creates fear. What if I fail? What if I lose money? What if people laugh at me? What if I embarrass myself? What if I'm not smart enough? And slowly, fear becomes stronger than dreams. So they wait. They tell themselves, "I'll start next year. I need more money first. I need more confidence. I need the perfect time." But the painful truth is this: the perfect time almost never comes. Life keeps moving. Responsibilities grow, fear grows, age increases, energy changes. And one day many people suddenly realize years passed, but they never started. This creates deep regret, because failing is painful for a short time, but regret can stay in the heart for an entire lifetime. Another painful truth is this: most successful businesses did not begin perfectly. Many successful people started with little money, small rooms, old laptops, fear, rejection, and uncertainty. Some failed many times before succeeding, but they learned something important. Action creates opportunities. Waiting creates regret. Another reason many people never start is because they compare themselves to others. They look at already successful people and think, "I can never become like them." But they forget something very important. Every successful person was once a beginner. Nobody starts at the top. Every business begins small. Even huge companies once started with one idea, one person, and one small step. Another major problem is fear of judgment. Many people care too much about what others think. If they start a business and struggle, they fear criticism. So they choose safety instead of growth. But years later, the same people often regret listening too much to fear and outside opinions, because the opinions of people rarely matter in old age, but missed opportunities do. Another important thing is this: starting a business is not only about money, it is also about freedom, creativity, growth, independence, confidence, and purpose. Building something of your own changes you mentally. You learn discipline, patience, communication, leadership, and problem solving. Even failure teaches valuable lessons. That is why trying matters so much. Another painful reality is that many people spend their entire life building someone else's dream while ignoring their own. Every day becomes the same routine. Wake up, go to work, come home tired. Repeat. Years pass quietly, and deep inside, many people continue wondering, what would have happened if I had tried? That question becomes painful later in life, because there is no clear answer anymore. Only imagination and regret remain. Another important lesson is that small beginnings are powerful. Many people never start because they think success requires huge money immediately. But many businesses begin very small. One customer, one product, one video, one idea, one step. Big success usually grows slowly. Patience matters greatly. Another powerful truth is this: failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is often part of success. Every mistake teaches something. Every challenge builds experience. People who succeed usually fail many times quietly before others see their success publicly. But people who never try learn nothing. And later, many older people realize something heartbreaking. They were more capable than they believed. Fear made them smaller than they truly were. Another major regret is not trusting themselves. Many people spend years doubting their abilities. But confidence rarely appears before action. Confidence grows through action. The more people try, learn, fail, improve, and continue, the stronger they become mentally. Another important thing is freedom. Many older people regret never creating financial independence. They spent their whole life depending completely on jobs they disliked because they were too afraid to build something different. This creates emotional frustration later in life. Another painful truth is this: time moves extremely fast. 1 year becomes 5 years. 5 years become 20 years. And many people suddenly wake up older, tired, and full of what-if questions. What if I had started earlier? What if I had believed in myself? What if I had taken the risk? That is why action matters now, not someday, now. You do not need to know everything before starting. You simply need courage to begin. Small action today is more powerful than endless planning without action. Another important lesson is this: most people regret the risks they never took more than the mistakes they made. Mistakes heal. Failure teaches. But regret stays heavy inside the heart. So if you have a dream, an idea, or something meaningful you want to build, do not wait forever. Start small if necessary. Start afraid if necessary. Start imperfect if necessary, but start. Because one day you will either feel proud that you tried or regret that you never gave yourself the chance. Regret 2. Not taking care of health and fitness. One of the biggest regrets many older people have is not taking care of their body when they were younger. When people are young, they often feel strong and healthy. They think, I still have time. I'll exercise later. I'll take care of my health in the future. So they ignore their body for many years. They eat unhealthy food. They sleep badly. They avoid exercise. They sit all day. They ignore stress. They damage their body slowly without realizing it. But the body remembers everything. As people become older, the consequences slowly appear. Low energy, body pain, weakness, health problems, stress, difficulty walking, difficulty sleeping, and many older people realize something painful. Good health is one of the most valuable things in life. Without health, even simple things become difficult. Walking becomes difficult. Travel becomes difficult. Enjoying life becomes difficult. Another painful truth is this. Many people spend their youth sacrificing health to earn money, then later spend money trying to recover health. This becomes a painful cycle. A healthy body gives freedom. Freedom to move, travel, work, enjoy life, and spend quality time with loved ones. Many people only understand the importance of health after losing it. That is why prevention is so important. Small daily habits create huge long-term results. For example, a person who exercises regularly for years may protect their body greatly in old age. But someone who ignores health